Hi students, Justina here. Today we will learn about integers, and in integers we will learn about position of integers in number system and properties of integers. First we will see what is an integer and its position in number system. What is an integer? An integer is nothing but all positive and negative numbers. We all know what is a number line. So in number line we will write from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal distance up to whatever number we need, or up to infinity we can write. Now just imagine you are keeping a mirror at 0. What you are seeing inside the mirror? We will see these 1, 2, 3 numbers in the reverse order inside the mirror. That is considered as negative numbers. So just near to 0, 1 will come, then 2, 3, 4 and go reversely. So these numbers are considered as negative numbers, and we will denote it as -1, -2, -3, -4. Always the symbol comes just before the number. So all these numbers, they are all positive and negative numbers together called integers. Now we will see the position of integers in number system. In number system we have already studied about natural numbers. Natural numbers are nothing but our counting numbers, that is 1, 2, 3 up to 100,000, lakh, crore and so on up to infinity. It goes up to infinity. Then whole numbers. Whole numbers also you have studied previous year. Whole numbers is nothing but natural numbers including 0 is considered as whole numbers. Now we are going to study integers. Integers is nothing but along with these natural and whole numbers, if we include the negative numbers, then it is considered as integers. Now next year you will study about rational numbers, which is nothing but all the fractions also will come under rational numbers. We will leave that one. We will study about integers now. And integers are denoted with the letter Z. Properties of integers. The main properties are closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity and inverse. I will go through the property in detail. Now we will see properties of integers in detail. So we will take first 4 properties, that is closure property, commutative property, associative property and distributive property, and we will see for all the operations together, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. First we will say closure property. Closure property is nothing but in addition, if we are taking 2 integers a and b, then if we add a plus b, we will get a number which is also an integer. If a and b are 2 integers, then a plus b also will be an integer. That's a closure property of addition. Same way in subtraction, if a and b are 2 integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Multiplication also, if a and b are integers, then a into b will also be an integer. But in division it is not possible, because if a and b are 2 integers also, a divided by b won't be an integer always, because just imagine if a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 5. So 2 divided by 5 we will write as 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is a fraction which is not an integer. Integers are nothing but all positive and negative numbers. No fraction will come in between that. So since a fraction comes there, for division alone, closure property is not applicable always. Next, commutative property. Commutative property is nothing but in addition, if we add a plus b, that will be equal to b plus a. If you are taking 2 numbers 5 and 3, 5 plus 3 and 3 plus 5 will be same answer. So a plus b and b plus a are always equal. But in subtraction it is not equal. A minus b won't be equal to b minus a, because 5 minus 3 is 2, but if we minus 3 minus 5, then it will be minus 2. So both the answers are not equal. In multiplication, a into b is equal to b into a. Division, a divided by b is not equal to b divided by a, because 2 by 5 is not equal to 5 by 2. Associative property. In associative property, we will have 3 integers. If we add 3 integers one by one in any order, the answers will be equal. That is, we know that bracket always will do first. So if we add a plus b first and then adding c to that, that will be equal to if we add b plus c first and then adding a to that. So whatever order it is for addition, the values will be equal. But in subtraction it is not equal. A minus b minus c won't be equal to a minus b minus c. Multiplication it is equal. A into b into c will be equal to a into b into c. So if you multiply a into b first and then multiplying c to that, will be equal to b into c and then multiplying a to that. Next, division. Division is also not equal. A divided by b divided by c is not equal to a divided by b divided by c. Next is distributive property. Distributive property we have for only addition and subtraction. For multiplication and division it is not applicable, and the distributive property will say it as distributive property of addition over multiplication, because both addition and multiplication is coming inside that. So properties like this: a into b plus c will be equal to a into b plus a into c. That is somewhat what we are doing called opening the brackets. So a into b plus a into b plus c will be equal to a into b plus a into c. Same way in subtraction also, a into b minus c will be equal to a into b minus a into c. Identity and inverse. Identity and inverse will apply for addition and multiplication. So first one will see additive identity. Additive identity is always 0. Why we are taking 0 is, for whatever number if we add something, then we need to get the same number. So if for whatever number if we add 0 only, we will get the same number. So 0 is considered as additive identity. And additive inverse. Additive inverse is nothing but to a number what we used to add to get the additive identity, that is 0. To a what we add will get 0. So to a if we add its inverse, inverse is nothing but minus a, just opposite symbol of given question. 8's inverse is minus 8, minus 7's inverse is 7. So additive inverse is nothing but the negative of given number. Next, multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity is 1, because for any number if we multiply 1, we will get the same number as answer. And multiplicative inverse is given numbers reciprocal, because a into its reciprocal, that is 1 by a will be equal to 1. Whatever number we need to multiply to get the identity. Identity is 1 there. So to get 1, for any number we need to multiply its reciprocal. Thank you.